News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, one person is transported after being struck by a car.
And another Valley Electric Association board member resigns. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell, Eunette Gentry. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Police respond to a auto pedestrian crash. It's Thursday, October 8th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Eunette Gentry.
Well, medics arrive and transport a woman who they say was struck by a pickup truck. One pedestrian was transported to Desert View Hospital this morning with injuries sustained as a result of a vehicle versus pedestrian accident that occurred at a business on Blagg Road. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to the scene. The female reported that she had sustained shoulder pain as a result of this accident. It's unclear at this time how the accident occurred. The investigation is under the direction of the Nye County Sheriff's Office.
And Valley Electric Association is reporting that another longtime board member has decided to resign. Dave Hall of Amargosa Valley District 2 sent in his resignation effective immediately. Hall, who was the board's president, cited family health reasons for his decision. VEA received the letter yesterday stating that he was no longer able to promote and devote time and consideration needed for the important position due to family health reasons, which require his attention. Hall served on the VEA board since 2016. He was most recently re-elected to a 3-year term in March 2016. He was elected board president earlier this year. The electrical cooperative says that the process of finding a successor to complete Hall's unexpired term has already begun. As spelled out in the VEA bylaws, members who live within District 2, which is Amargosa Valley, Crystal, and Ash Meadows, are eligible to be appointed by the remaining board members. The deadline for applications has not yet been determined, nor has the date by which the new board member is expected to be appointed. Members of District 2 interested in serving can submit a letter of application to VEA Board Vice President Kathy Keys at Valley Electric Association.
Well, Japan and the U.S. negotiate a trade agreement in today's business news.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news today, President Trump signed a limited trade agreement with Japan. The president pulled out of an Asia-Pacific pact the first week he took office that was negotiated by the Obama administration. Withdrawing from that deal caused U.S. farmers to have a disadvantage in doing agricultural business with Japan. Now, under what's being called a mini trade agreement, American farmers will get back their benefits when doing business with Japan. Well, the ripple effect just keeps spreading as union workers keep up their strike against General Motors. This week, GM halted production of a V8 engine and transmission plant in Mexico. CNBC reports roughly 10,000 non-UAW workers in North America have been sidelined due to the strike, which is now in its 4th week.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
News 25 will be back after this break.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Pahrump Cardiology, located at 1397 South Loop Road in Pahrump, Nevada. Call 775-210-8333 for an appointment. Dr. Tali Eric, proudly serving Pahrump since 2005. This portion of the news is also brought to you by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing.
Welcome back to News 25. Director of Public Works Tim Dahl spoke during the recent Board of County Commissioners meeting to give a road update.
At the recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, discussion was had regarding the road report, which included the maintenance, patching, and weed mowing of our roads. Commissioner Wickman states that she heard the chip sealing in Belmont was done, and Tim Dahl replies saying, yes, that was done last week.
We still have to sweep it and fog seal it, and then we'll be tapering up the ends to make sure there's not too much of a bump on either end where we tied it into the asphalt, but yeah,
excellent.
I'm very excited. It wasn't easy to resurrect that old equipment, but it's turned out to where it's going to be a benefit to all of us, I believe.
Commissioner Koenig asks about the Durapatcher, and Tim Dahl responds stating that it's sitting in our yard, still brand new. He adds that in the next week or so, he'll get it its fuel and that they're ahead of the game getting it set up. Going to Pahrump Valley Boulevard, the 25-mile-per-hour signs have been removed, but the flashing lights are still there and active.
I would really like to leave those on. We go through the motions of doing the speed limit study. Just because I think it will just provide some extra caution to that park zone. So that was my idea, to leave those on and leave those up and flashing, because it still is a park, and I want to not leave a huge liability burden out there for all of us to bear while we're going through the motions of that speed limit study.
When asked by Koenig how long he thinks that might take, Tim Dahl states that he does not really have a date for it, but when he figures it out, he'll let us know. Tim Dahl announces dates for the upcoming encroachment permit workshops for Tonopah, which will be November 6th at their chambers after the Board of County Commissioners meeting. Round Mountains will be held on November 7th at their community center at Hadley at 6 p.m. Pahrumps will be the 15th of November at the Board of County Commissioners chambers at 6 p.m. Amargosas will be the 21st of November at their community center just before their board meeting, and in Beatty at their community center on the 22nd of November at 6 p.m. He also said he can answer any questions on encroachment permits via Q&A. Commissioner Strickland has a question about Amargosa's date for the encroachment permit workshop.
Amargosa? Did you say Amargosa?
Yes, on there.
Okay. You were talking about doing your workshop the day after the BOCC meeting?
Yes.
Okay. At 6 p.m., is there any way to make it like the night before? Is that anything that you'd consider? The reason being, you would have possibly a couple of us attend that.
I certainly would consider it, yes, on both ends of Tonopah and Pahrump, if you'd like. I mean, Parump's not so...
Well, we have travel for one of the commissioners to Pahrump, for instance.
I will check the schedules and see if I can...
Yeah, because I'd be interested in participating if it were the night before on that. Then I can be here, see what's going on, and see if there's any concerns, and then be here for the next day for the meeting.
Okay, great. Yes,
thank you.
I'll check the schedules.
I think Commissioner Wickman might feel the same way about the Pahrump one. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, well, the Veterans Administration has changed their policies when it comes to life insurance. They are now offering veterans and their families more coverage.
We provide life insurance to our military members. It's automatic, universal coverage for $400,000. We were able to lower the rates this July from 7 cents per month per thousand to 6 cents per month per thousand. We also allow our married service members to provide life insurance for their spouse, and those spousal coverage rates also went down across the board.
So tell me also, I'm hearing about veterans do not have to answer health questions. What does that mean exactly?
Well, that's a very important feature of our VA life insurance programs. In fact, that's one of the reasons that we have life insurance given by the Veterans Administration. So if when a military member leaves the service, they can convert their service members group life insurance to a veterans group life insurance, civilian policy. If they apply in the first 240 days after leaving the service, we do not ask any health questions. So they are guaranteed to get that coverage. So my message there is, especially for individuals coming out of the service with any kind of disability, to apply for Veterans Group Life Insurance within 240 days, and they are guaranteed to get that coverage. Now, for our veterans, our other veteran program, disabled program, veterans can apply for life insurance with the VA after they receive a service-connected disability. And we do not ask any questions that are related to any service-connected disability that they have.
I mean, that's huge. What about this? I find this interesting, this special adapted housing grant. Is that for people who are disabled?
Yes, that is the Special Adapted Housing Grant is a benefit that is run by our Loan Guarantee Program in VA, and that is for severely disabled veterans who have to get their house modified as a result for their disabilities. If they are approved for a Special Adapted Housing Grant, they may purchase from VA insurance up to $200,000 of mortgage protection insurance. Now, for these severely disabled veterans, if they don't have insurance, at least they can protect their mortgages. And I'm sure that they could not get that insurance, life insurance, from the outside. So that's very important for them.
Yes, it is. And again, can you go over spouses and family members and life insurance policies?
Well, in our military program, our Service Members Group Life Insurance, spouses are automatically covered for $100,000. Those rates are age-based. It's about $4.50 for a spouse under the age of 35. And they can, after the military member leaves the service, if they can apply within the first 120 days to a converting company and get a whole life program with no health questions asked. And the Service Members Group Life Insurance also insures children, dependent children, for $10,000 at no cost to the service member.
And then where can people go for information?
Well, you can go one of two places. You can call our 800 number at 1-800-669-8477, or go to the web at benefits.va.gov/insurance for any information.
The latest on marijuana license renewals after this break.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, Remote Area Medical received an Act of Kindness Award during this weekend's events. Their volunteer. Andre Butch Harper, he was a veteran here in town, and we created the award. Well, he created the award, and it is for an act of kindness. And last year we were to present this award to Remote Area Medical, and unfortunately we had an incident that happened, so we were unable to do it. So we've been holding this award for a little bit over a year to present RAM with this. And this is the Andre Butch Harper Act of Kindness Award. This is presented to Stan Brock for Remote Area Medical, and so we wanted to present you guys with this award. You guys come back every single year. You have no clue what it means to our community that you're doing this, and I hope you know how much we appreciate you. I know Ryan Muccio lets you know, but from our community, it's a huge deal that you guys are here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. We travel all around the country, and of all the communities we go to, this community right here opens its heart more than any other one I can think of. My wife's been trying to get her to some clinics recently, and she said, you know, I need to get to more clinics, and it's all because of your hospitality. You do such a great job. The volunteers from all around the country have come to, and the patients, these are some of the best patients that I've seen. It was the place we ate dinner last night, the waitress, that convenience store where I got gas. So once again, thanks for making a difference in their lives.
Thank you. Thank you so much, you guys, for everything.
Now here's Veronica De La Rosa reporting the student news from Pahrump Valley High School.
Hi, I'm Veronica De La Rosa, and this is your student news. The Pahrump Valley High Schools will be hosting a Parents' Night about signs of suicide this Thursday, October 10th at 6:30 p.m. in the Pahrump Valley High School auditorium. Parents and students are encouraged to attend. There will be 2 military football appreciation games this week. Junior varsity will be playing October 10th at 6:30 p.m. and varsity will be playing October 11th at 7 p.m. Please wear red, white, and blue at the games in support of our troops. The Pahrump Taco Fest is this Saturday, October 12th. It will be at 2100 Walt Williams Drive or the Calvada Eye by the Duck Pond. For more information, go to the Pahrump Taco Fest Facebook page. This has been Veronica De La Rosa with your student news.
And we'd like to wish a double happy birthday to Veronica and her twin sister Michaela. Today they both turn 16. Sweet 16.
All right. Well, speaking of happy birthdays today, our own weatherman, Michael Donohue, is celebrating his birthday as well.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michael. Happy birthday to you.
And Veronica.
And many more.
And it's Veronica's birthday, our news reporter.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, let's take a look outside at our current conditions through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam. Look at that beautiful fall day. There are a few clouds and there might be a little wind in our forecast as those temperatures continue dropping. Michael Donohue will help us take a closer look when we return.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donohue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 91 degrees, a low of 62. Death Valley back up in those triple digits, their high of 100 degrees, a low of 67 today. Amargosa at 90 degrees, a low of 55. Beatty 87, a low of 51. Goldfield 78, 37. 76, 36 in Tonopah. Carson City at 78, a low of 41. Fallon 83 with a low of 42, and Fernley 82 with a low of 43 degrees. Now today in Pahrump, our high today was 89 degrees. We had some nice sunny skies. Winds coming out of the south-southwest at 8 miles per hour, 10% for our humidity, and our sunrise at 6:44 this morning. Now for tonight, we're expecting clear skies. Our low tonight is going to be 58 degrees. It's currently 86 degrees outside. Winds coming out of the southeast at 6 miles per hour, 16% for our humidity, and our sunset at 6:17 tonight. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, we're expecting a lot of sunny skies throughout the week. We are having some partly cloudy skies rolling in on Friday and Sunday. Temperature-wise, we're still going to see a lot of up and downs throughout the week. On Wednesday, tomorrow, we're going to see a high of 83 degrees. On Thursday, we're going to have a huge drop. We're going to drop down to a high of 67. On Friday and Saturday, we're going to be about those low 70s, around 70 and 74 degrees. Sunday and Monday, we're going to jump up to those high 70s at 78 degrees. And by next Tuesday, we're going to be back in those 80s with a high of 81 degrees. Thankfully, our overnights are staying a little bit more tame. From Wednesday all the way through Sunday, we're just going to be hanging out in that 40-degree bracket, just between 41 and 49 degrees all week long. And by next Monday, we're going to be up in those low 50s, just around 52, 54 degrees for our lows there. So now with that, we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna and Eunette.
Happy birthday,
yes,
once again.
Happy birthday, Michael. 20 years old. You're almost legal.
Yeah, see, there you go. So Taco Fest is this weekend, October 12th from 10 to 4 in the Calvada Eye.
That's right. And be sure to come out and partake of all of the food, the vendors, and of course, there'll be entertainment. And tacos are only 50 cents per tasting.
Yeah, and we have some great judges. Judge Robert Lane is going to be there, Willie Bear. We asked Sheriff Sharon Morley, so we think that we're going to have Lieutenant McCrae, we're hoping. Nice. And of course, we have Ryan Muccio, so we are going to have some really good tacos and a lot of booths and vendors. Find out more by giving us a call, and you can also go onto the Pahrump Taco Fest Facebook page. Well, that's going to wrap up tonight's news. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Eunette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and A's Country Radio, thanks so much for joining us tonight, and we will see you again tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night.